Hello world, Shelly here, and I've got some October favorites and fails for you. Yes, I do. So, wearing the onesie again. I love onesie weather. Onesies are my new favorite thing. I will link it down below if Torrid still has it. Got it at Torrid. It's a cat. Should I show you the hood? Now I have to. So, favorites, that's one of them. Other favorites and fails. Let's start out with the nails that I'm wearing. I wonder if the camera will pick up the awesome color shift on these things. Ooh, there it is. So these are from Impress, the Kiss Impress press-on nails brand. This is limited edition. I picked this one up at Walmart, but I'm pretty sure I saw the line at my CVS as well. This is in the one called Name in the Sky, and these have been working really, really well for me. I get 7 to 10 days out of them. I'm pretty rough on my nails, so I don't do anything special to try to be careful with them, and I get a good week out of them. They don't require any additional glue, so they're really easy to apply. They don't damage my nails when I remove them. They're very easy to take off when I'm ready to take them off. I'm just really liking them, and the reason I've been using fake nails lately is another favorite that has been in my favorites many times before, but I'm going to have a little story time because I had a little experiment going on. So I'm going to talk about Halo Beauty again. These are the original hair, skin, and nails vitamins from the brand that Tati Westbrook has, and I had been taking them since they came out, and I meant to Google when they came out. I will put it on the screen. I ordered them when they launched. I've taken them basically every day since. Now, now it's been about 9, almost 10 weeks ago, I was contemplating trying a different brand of hair, skin, nails vitamins just to see, how they work. So I figured in order to properly test that, I would want to get all of these out of my system. And I figured that would also give me a good way to kind of see the results of not taking them, having taken them for so long. And I took them for so long because they seem to work really, really well for me, particularly with my eyelashes, my eyebrows, my hair, and my nails. My skin, I don't have terrible skin to begin with, so it's kind of like, and I do a ton of skincare, so I never really knew what to attribute to the vitamins. So let's go back 10 weeks, and I stopped taking Halo, just cold turkey, stopped taking them. And it took about 6 weeks before I noticed a difference. And I kind of had forgotten that I stopped taking them. Like, it just kind of, I stopped thinking about it. And about 6 weeks in to not taking them after a year or so of taking them, I was like, my hair's getting frizzy. Like, what is going on? It feels brittle. It's like not soft. And then I was like, well, I had changed my shampoo. So I went back to my Revlon color, not Revlon, Redken color shampoo, the one that's been like my ride or die for many, 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 many years. And went back to that and went a few more weeks. And so I was around the 4 to 6 week mark. I switched my shampoo back, and my hair actually got worse. And it got worse, and it got worse. And it's so bad right now. It's always tangled. It's always frizzy. And I'm using the same exact products that I've been using forever. Like, I have my hair cocktail, and I love it. Even my Aussie Miracle Curls, it still does hold the curl. That stuff is still a favorite. But my hair's just not as soft, and it gets all tangly and ratty. And just, ugh. So, I was like, winter, I'm probably more dehydrated, whatever. Then a few weeks ago, my nails all started peeling and breaking off and chipping and just getting nasty. And I was like, oh, stress, maybe it's stress, whatever. So then I started wearing some press-on nails to allow my nails to grow back out. And then it hit me about a week ago. I'm not taking Halo anymore. Because I was at the point where I was ready to order some new vitamins, and I was like, it's been 2 months. Took 2 months for it to get out of my system, but as soon as it was well out of my system, my nails and my hair started falling apart. So I went back and looked at the other brand I was considering, and I just decided, nope, these work for me. They work. I'm back on them. I've been on them for 5 days now. And I'm like, please have some muscle memory and bring my good hair and skin and nails back, please. I didn't really notice any change in my skin. I think they primarily help me in terms of my nails and my hair, especially my eyelashes. I forgot that I have like no eyelashes here because on Halo, all those lashes grew in and I had nice lower lash line. I forgot that my whole lower lash line on this half, because I sleep on this side of my face, is gone. Like, I have no lashes here. It's terrible. My eyebrows are all funky. Oh, no. Come back, Halo. Come back to me. So I'm back on Halo. And, yeah, they work for me. That is just my story to tell. I make no money for saying that. I don't make really money for saying much of anything. Let's go on some more favorites. Ta-da! The sad thing about this favorite, the Revolution Ultra Bronze, is that it's kind of hard to find, and I think it's because it's on its way out. I think I discovered it at the end of its product life cycle. I'm wearing it today. The reason I like it is it's a nice, matte, no shimmer, red undertone. I was going to say bronzer. It's late, guys. So, yeah, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to find this for much longer, but here's the thing. Bronzer is intended to make it look like you've been out in the sun. Now, in the summertime, when I have a shade and a half of color to me, I'm pretty neutral. And in the winter, when I'm completely pale, I lean slightly cool. And in the summer, when I have a tiny bit of sun, I lean slightly warm. And if I self-tan, I definitely lean warm. I did not self-tan this year. But in the winter, I need a red undertoned bronzer because my cool toned skin, if I get any sun, would turn pink, not brown, not orange, not, warm. It would turn cool. And so that is why I love red undertone shades for wintertime. My favorite on the high end, let me grab it for you. You see me wear it all the time, is the Balm Desert. And it's a little bit darker, but you can kind of see that these are really similar undertones. And that is why I like this, because this is much cheaper, even though this has lasted me freaking forever. But I hope you guys can find this. I will link it. I think I can find it on Amazon and on the Revolution website so far. But hopefully you'll be able to find it if you're looking for a cool reddish undertoned bronzer for wintertime. Another favorite I've been wearing a lot is the NYX Sweet Cheeks. This is the powder matte version in the shade Bang Bang. I am wearing it today. I don't go very heavy on the blush normally, but it's a nice cool undertoned pink. It looks pretty dark in the pan. It does not come off super dark on the skin. It's a really mild. You really got to build it up if you want a ton of color, which is good if you're pale like I am, because we don't want a ton of color all at one time. Now, some eyeshadows that I'm enjoying. I'm wearing this palette today. It is from Alter Ego. It's the Sahara palette. It is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Biba palette, I believe. I was not planning to buy the Biba palette because it's neutrals, and I don't wear all neutrals all that often. But I'm glad to have it at a nice color story at a much less expensive price. So bravo, Alter Ego. It's what's on my eyeballs today. I have mentioned this other palette quite a few times in the recent. I've only been using it for a couple weeks, but I am loving it. I got it in my Ipsy bag. I don't know if it was the regular Ipsy or if it was like the Ipsy Luxe or the big one. I forget what they call the bigger one. I have the bigger one of all of them, Ipsy and Boxy. Anyway, this is Ipsy and Nomad, the Berlin Underground palette. Oh, it's so up my alley. It is like the best fall colors for me because there's some cool undertones in here, even though it's fall and it's wonderful, but they're in those fall earthy shades. Absolutely loving it. What else do I have here? I have some things, let me get them in front of me, that are not necessarily favorites. So back in August, I went to Las Vegas for a conference, and I stayed at the Rio, and in the Rio there are a couple of those like spa skincare retail type places, and one of them is Liqueur. And you know, right after I'd finished mocking my friends for getting sucked into the store where they're, you know, trying to sell them all the things, and I was like, ha ha ha, ha, I'm not falling for that. Yeah, promptly, immediately, right after, got sucked into the store. And it's because they were showing that, like, light therapy stuff, and I kind of wanted to see it. But, you know, that's just not the place to see it. Anyway, long story short, it's going to be a long story. Anyway, so I go into the place, liqueur, and they're trying to sell me, like, it was like a $2,400 light therapy thing, right? And I laughed, like, busted out in their faces. You know, because they start out with showing the thing and they're making you put it on your face. And I had a full face of makeup on. I'm like, please don't put this on my face. I don't want to mess up my foundation. No, 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 I won't mess up your foundation. Yeah, I totally messed up my foundation, but whatever. They're trying to sell me this $2,000+ thing. I bust out laughing when he tells me the price. And I'm like, I am flattered that you think that I've got that kind of money. But yeah, if you told me it was $180, I might think about it. Because part of me is thinking, these guys can pull off whatever they want. If they're going to give me this for $180, I'll try it. Of course they're not, because it's a $2,000 thing. But, you know, I played right into what they wanted to hear, but I also knew what I was doing when I did it, because I would like to try some of these products out. They're sold at very, very expensive prices. It's a very quote-unquote high-end luxury type of thing. And they have multiple stores on the strip, so it's like they can afford the rent. So somehow they're making money. So I was curious. I would like to try some of the products. So I had thrown out the $180 price tag, and he's like, well, let me see what we can do for that. So then he wants to show me this eye thing. It's called Black Mamba Line Correction Serum. And again, I told him, I have a full face on. Don't put this on my face. No, 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 it won't mess up your makeup. Yeah, of course, you put any kind of serum on it. Yes, it's totally screwed up my concealer. But anyway, I let him do it. And it really firmed up really, really quickly. And it looked really smooth and really nice under the eyes, right? Bad YouTuber. Cat is sleeping on my phone, so I'm not going to disturb her. So it's probably going to ding again in a little bit. My apologies. Polly's sleeping. I can't make her move. So I was kind of impressed with that, right? And then he wants to sell me this for $180, and I'm like, nope. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $180 for a serum. So then he throws in some more things to sweeten the deal, and I said yes. So the other things he threw in were the Sapphire Facial Toner and the Sapphire Milk Cleanser and the Sapphire Facial Peel. Now, that I thought, all right, I have enough things I can test here. And so I bought them. It was like $200 something with tax. And I left, started trying everything. First thing, whatever this is not the same thing they put on my eye in the store at all. This never firms up. This is just a treatment serum. It doesn't do anything similar to what the product in the store did. The product in the store was almost like a tie-dye kind of a product that was a leave-on in a way. You know how tie-dye kind of gives you the sort of, you know, the tightening, but it was a dry down kind of a product. And it smoothed out those lines. But it was a leave-on. This does nothing of the sort. So I do feel, if I had to guess, that this was a little bait and switch. Whatever they put on my eye in the store was not the same as this. The cleanser and the toner, they're fine. They smell nice. They're nothing special. I would never in a million years pay for these again. The packaging is really pretty. It's all glass. You know, it feels pretty luxurious. It's big and sturdy. But it's nothing special. These products just did nothing for me in terms of, you know, anything special. I'm going to use them up. I'll use them. It's fine. The one thing I did enjoy is the liqueur, the Sapphire Facial Peel. And the reason I like it, you only need a little bit. And my skin feels super smooth and soft after I use this. Would I pay full price for it? No, I'm going to put the full price on the screen because it's laughable. No, I would never pay full price for this, but I'm glad I have it. I enjoy it. It's probably the only thing that I would say I would even consider buying if I could get it at some kind of a steep discount. I would repurchase this if I could get it half off or something like that. Is it any better than any other masks I've used? No, I've got a ton of masks that I leave my skin feeling soft, but I did enjoy this product. So, generally speaking, don't go into those stores. Like, unless you're already loyal to one of these brands, I just don't think that any of it is any better than anything else that I've gotten at Sephora or any place else. The price tags are astronomical. The sales tactics are very, very, very pushy. They basically tell you that you're buying things and you have to tell them no. It's a really bad experience for somebody that can't say no. If you don't like conflict and confrontation and you don't want to say no, it's a high pressure situation. They're really like sleazy kind of salespeople. Maybe it was just that one store, but I went into it knowing what I was getting into, and I knew I wasn't going to give them any more money than I had planned to give them to test this stuff out. So I don't feel comfortable recommending any of it, really, to tell you the truth. The sales tactics sucked, and it was not pleasant. And he ruined my makeup for the day, and I tried to fix it, and I had to take my concealer off, and even after I asked him not to, and I said, please don't put that on my face. Oh, it's going to be fine. Yeah, no. So that was my experience with Liqueur. Not pleased at all. Generally, don't recommend going into any of them. Just ignore them. Don't even be polite, because as soon as you make eye contact and acknowledge that you heard them, they've got you. They'll just short of grabbing your arm and pulling you in. Like, it's that crazy with their tactics. You just don't hear them at all. Don't even acknowledge that you heard them. Anyway, so that, I think, is everything that I've got to talk about this month. Yep, that's about it. I haven't tried a ton of new stuff this month, so there you have it. My October favorites and some Storytime fails. If you enjoy favorites and fails, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments, what are you enjoying? What are your favorites? What did you find this month that I need to check out? All the sales are coming up with the holidays, and it is time to do some shopping. So let me know what I need to pick up. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.